You've been lied to. For years, the diet industry told you that salt was your enemy. Cut it out, avoid it, blame it for your bloated stomach and stubborn belly fat. But what if that single belief has been quietly sabotaging every weight loss effort you've ever made? Himalayan pink salt, used the right way, doesn't make you retain water, it actually helps your body release it. It doesn't slow your metabolism, it ignites it. And it doesn't cause belly fat, it targets the exact hormonal and cellular imbalances that make your body cling to it in the first place. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover why millions of people are waking up 30 minutes earlier just to do this one ritual and reporting flatter stomachs. Sharper energy, fewer cravings, and real fat-burning results within the first week. No extreme dieting, no expensive supplements, no complicated fitness protocols, just one glass, one ingredient, and one decision made every morning before your day even begins. The simplicity of it will shock you. The results will not. This video is going to change the way you think about hydration, metabolism, and what your body actually needs to lose weight healthily and permanently. Stay until the end, because the biggest mistake most people make with this ritual is revealed later, and it's the exact reason some people see dramatic results, while others feel nothing at all. There is something deeply frustrating about doing everything right. Eating less, moving more, drinking water, and still waking up every morning with a bloated stomach, low energy, and a body that refuses to cooperate. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone, and more importantly, you are not failing. The problem might not be your discipline or your willpower. It might be something far more fundamental. Your body's internal mineral balance is off, and because of that, every system responsible for fat burning, digestion, and energy regulation is operating below its potential. That's where something as simple and overlooked as Himalayan pink salt enters the picture, not as a magic cure, but as a foundational reset your body may have been quietly asking for all along. Let's start by challenging what most people believe about salt. For decades, the health and fitness world has demonized sodium as a direct cause of bloating, high blood pressure, and weight gain. And while excessive consumption of refined, processed table salt absolutely contributes to those issues, lumping all salt into the same category is one of the biggest nutritional mistakes people make when trying to lose weight fast. Himalayan pink salt is fundamentally different. It is unrefined, ancient, and naturally packed with over 80 trace minerals that your body relies on every single day to function properly. These minerals, including magnesium, potassium, calcium, zinc, and iron, are not just nice extras. They are the raw materials your nervous system, muscles, kidneys, and metabolic pathways depend on to work efficiently. Without them, even the healthiest meal plans fall short, because your body simply cannot absorb and utilize nutrients the way it should. Here is the piece that most weight loss tips completely overlook. Hydration is not just about drinking water. You can drink 2 liters of water a day and still be functionally dehydrated at the cellular level if your electrolyte balance is off. When your cells lack the minerals needed to pull water inside them, that water stays in the spaces between cells, causing the exact bloating and puffiness that makes you feel heavy and uncomfortable. This is why so many people who are technically drinking enough water still wake up swollen, tired, and craving salty or sugary foods. Their cells are thirsty even when their stomach is full. Himalayan pink salt, used in the right quantities, helps correct this imbalance by giving your body the electrolytes it needs to actually absorb and use the water you're drinking, leading to real, visible reductions in bloating and a metabolic environment far more conducive to slimming. Now let's talk about the connection between mineral deficiency and your ability to eliminate abdominal fat specifically. The belly region is particularly sensitive to hormonal fluctuations, and one of the most powerful hormones involved in abdominal fat storage is cortisol, your primary stress hormone. When cortisol stays elevated due to chronic stress, poor sleep, or inadequate nutrition, your body enters a state where it prioritizes fat storage around the midsection as a survival mechanism. The adrenal glands, which produce cortisol and other stress-regulating hormones, are highly dependent on minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium to function properly. When these minerals are depleted, which happens easily through sweat, stress, caffeine consumption, and poor diet, your adrenal system becomes overworked, Cortisol spikes more easily, and your body holds on to belly fat more aggressively. Supporting your adrenals through mineral-rich hydration is therefore not just about digestion or energy. It is a direct strategy for addressing one of the root hormonal causes of stubborn abdominal fat accumulation. The practical ritual at the center of this approach is elegantly simple. Each morning, before you eat or drink anything else, you prepare a glass of warm filtered water, anywhere between 8 and 12 ounces, and dissolve a quarter teaspoon of finely ground, pure Himalayan pink salt into it. Stir it well, drink it slowly, and give your body 15 to 30 minutes before introducing food or coffee. That window of time is not wasted. It is when your digestive system wakes up, your kidneys begin flushing waste products from overnight, and your cells begin absorbing the minerals they need to power your metabolism through the day. If you want to enhance the drink further, adding a squeeze of fresh lemon juice introduces vitamin C and supports liver function, which plays a central role in fat burning and toxin clearance. A small amount of raw honey can provide a gentle antioxidant boost without spiking blood sugar the way refined sugar would. What people consistently report after incorporating this into their fitness routines is not dramatic overnight transformation. It is something more sustainable and more meaningful. Within the first week, many notice that their stomach feels flatter in the morning, that their energy levels are more stable without the sharp mid-morning crash, and that their cravings, particularly for salty snacks and sugary foods, begin to quiet down. These shifts might seem subtle at first, but they represent real metabolic changes happening beneath the surface. When your body is properly hydrated at the cellular level, when your digestive enzymes are activated and your gut motility improves, when your liver is functioning with less burden, you create an internal environment where losing weight healthily becomes the path of least resistance rather than a constant uphill battle. This is the foundation that healthy meal plans and exercise programs are meant to sit on, and without it, even the most disciplined approach to weight loss will feel harder than it needs to be. The goal of this ritual is not to replace any of those efforts. It is to make all of them work better by addressing the mineral foundation your body needs first. One of the most underestimated obstacles standing between people and their weight loss goals is not lack of motivation, not absence of a good fitness plan, and not even poor food choices. It is the invisible drain of chronic low-grade dehydration combined with mineral depletion. This combination quietly undermines every effort you make to lose belly fat, boost metabolism, and feel consistently energized throughout the day. Most people never connect the dots because the symptoms are gradual and easy to misattribute. You feel a little foggy in the morning, so you reach for coffee. You feel a craving spike around mid-afternoon, so you grab something sweet or salty. You feel too tired to work out after a long day, so you skip it. None of these feel like dehydration. None feel like a mineral problem. They feel like personal weakness or poor discipline, but they're not. They are physiological signals from a body that is running on insufficient raw materials, and addressing that at the root level changes everything about how your day unfolds and how your body responds to your efforts around slimming and fat burning. Understanding why the morning window matters so much is key to appreciating why this ritual works as well as it does for people who commit to it consistently. During sleep, your body is not resting in the way most people imagine. It is actively repairing tissue, regulating hormones, consolidating memory, and processing metabolic waste. All of these processes require water and minerals. And by the time you wake up after 7 or 8 hours without drinking anything, your body is in a mild but real state of dehydration. Your blood is slightly thicker. Your kidneys are ready to flush accumulated waste. Your digestive system is primed and waiting to be activated. And your cortisol levels are at their natural daily peak, which is normal and necessary for waking up, but becomes problematic if not properly supported by adequate mineral intake. Drinking your pink salt water in this exact window addresses all of these needs simultaneously. It thins the blood slightly, activates kidney filtration, stimulates digestive enzymes, and provides the adrenal system with the sodium and potassium it needs to regulate cortisol more efficiently, which directly influences your body's tendency to store or release abdominal fat throughout the rest of the day. There is also a powerful psychological dimension to this habit that should not be dismissed. especially for anyone who has struggled with consistency in their health and fitness journey. One of the most common patterns among people trying to lose weight fast is the all-or-nothing mentality, the belief that if they cannot do everything perfectly, there is no point in doing anything at all. This mindset leads to cycles of intense effort followed by complete abandonment, and it is one of the primary reasons that even well-designed healthy meal plans and structured fitness routines fail to produce lasting results. A simple, low-effort morning ritual like this one disrupts that pattern in a meaningful way. It is so easy to do that there is almost no excuse not to do it. And that consistency, that daily act of choosing your health before anything else, builds a kind of self-trust and momentum that begins to influence every other decision you make throughout the day. People who start their morning by nourishing their body tend to make better breakfast choices, tend to stay more hydrated, tend to be more likely to follow through on their workout plans, and tend to be more resilient in the face of the small setbacks that inevitably arise in any weight loss journey. Let's go deeper into what's actually happening inside your body when you make this a consistent practice over 2 to 4 weeks. In the first few days, the most noticeable change for most people is a reduction in morning bloating. This happens because your kidneys are now better supported to flush excess fluid that accumulated overnight, and your digestive system is being activated earlier and more efficiently. By the end of the first week, many people report more regular bowel movements, a critical but often overlooked component of any serious approach to eliminate abdominal fat, since sluggish digestion contributes directly to belly distension and discomfort that is often mistaken for fat. As you move into weeks 2 and 3, the benefits become more systemic. Your cellular hydration improves, meaning nutrients from your food are absorbed more completely, which directly impacts your energy levels, your muscle recovery after workouts, and your body's ability to use stored fat as fuel rather than breaking down muscle tissue instead. This last point connects directly to one of the most important weight loss tips that is rarely discussed in mainstream fitness content. The quality of your hydration affects your body composition not just through metabolism, but through muscle preservation. When your electrolytes are consistently balanced, your muscles recover faster, cramp less during exercise, and maintain their mass more effectively during a caloric deficit. Since muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it burns calories even at rest, preserving it while losing fat is essential for keeping your metabolism elevated as you slim down. Many people who lose weight through severe caloric restriction without addressing their mineral balance end up losing significant muscle alongside fat, which slows their metabolism and makes long-term weight maintenance extremely difficult. Mineral-rich hydration through this daily ritual helps protect against that outcome by giving your muscles and metabolic systems what they need to stay functional and strong throughout your entire weight loss process. It is also worth addressing the common concern about sodium and blood pressure directly. The fear that adding any form of salt to your diet will raise blood pressure is largely rooted in studies conducted on refined table salt in the context of diets already high in processed food. Natural, unrefined Himalayan pink salt, used in small quantities, a 1/4 teaspoon per day, provides a mineral profile that actually supports healthy fluid regulation rather than disrupting it. The potassium content in particular works in balance with sodium to maintain healthy vascular tension, and the magnesium supports arterial relaxation. If you have an existing diagnosis of hypertension or are on a sodium-restricted diet for medical reasons, you should absolutely consult your healthcare provider before making any changes. But for the vast majority of healthy individuals, this ritual represents not a risk, but a meaningful step toward better overall cardiovascular and metabolic health. Everything we have covered so far points to one undeniable truth. The body is not a simple calorie-counting machine, and weight loss is not a simple math equation. It is a complex biological process, influenced by hormones, hydration, mineral balance, stress levels, sleep quality, gut health, and the psychological relationship you have with your own body. When people approach slimming purely from the outside, counting every calorie, obsessing over the scale, punishing themselves with extreme workouts, they often miss the internal foundation that makes all of those external efforts either work brilliantly or fall completely flat. The pink salt ritual is powerful precisely because it addresses that internal foundation directly. It is not a shortcut. It is not a gimmick. It is a physiologically grounded practice that gives your body the basic tools it needs to do what it is already designed to do: regulate itself, heal itself, and yes, lose weight healthily when given the right conditions to do so. Let's talk about how to build on this foundation and create a morning ecosystem that genuinely accelerates fat burning and supports long-term transformation. After drinking your pink salt water and giving your body that crucial 15 to 30-minute window, the choices you make next have an outsized impact on how your metabolism and energy systems perform for the rest of the day. One of the most effective weight loss tips in this context is to introduce gentle physical movement during that waiting window rather than immediately reaching for your phone or sitting down at your desk. 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching, slow walking, or deliberate breath work activates your lymphatic system, which has no pump of its own and relies entirely on movement to circulate and stimulates blood flow to your digestive organs, amplifying the activation effect of the salt water you just drank. This is not about burning calories in those 10 minutes. It is about priming every system in your body to operate at a higher level of efficiency for the next 16 hours. Following that movement with a protein-rich, nutrient-dense breakfast is the next critical layer. One of the most consistent findings across fitness and nutrition research is that people who consume adequate protein in the morning experience significantly fewer cravings throughout the day, maintain more stable blood sugar levels, and consume fewer total calories without feeling deprived. When your morning hydration is already optimized through mineral-rich water, your digestive system is primed to extract maximum nutritional value from that breakfast, meaning the nutrients actually reach your cells, rather than passing through an underactivated digestive tract. This is the compounding effect of healthy meal plans when layered on top of proper foundational hydration. Each element makes the others more effective, and the result is a metabolic environment where your body is genuinely equipped to eliminate abdominal fat rather than desperately clinging to its energy reserves out of physiological insecurity. Now, let's address something that is rarely discussed in the context of weight loss tips, but is absolutely central to sustainable results: the role of mental health resources and emotional regulation in your body's ability to release stored fat. Chronic psychological stress is one of the most powerful drivers of abdominal fat accumulation because of its direct hormonal effects, specifically the sustained elevation of cortisol that signals your body to store energy in the midsection as a protective response. No amount of fitness discipline or dietary precision can fully overcome a nervous system that is stuck in a constant state of low-grade threat response. This is why the mindfulness component of the morning ritual, the intentional pause, the slow, deliberate drinking, the moment of gratitude or reflection, is not soft or optional. It is a direct intervention on your stress response system. By starting your day with a moment of calm intentionality rather than immediately flooding your system with stimulants and digital input, you are actively training your nervous system to operate from a place of safety rather than urgency, which has measurable downstream effects on cortisol regulation, appetite control, and your body's willingness to burn stored fat rather than preserve it. For those who are serious about using this ritual as a genuine catalyst for transformation rather than just a pleasant morning habit, tracking your experience in a journal for the first 2 to 4 weeks is an incredibly powerful tool. Not calorie tracking, not obsessive weight monitoring, but qualitative observation. How does your stomach feel when you wake up compared to a week ago? How are your energy levels at 10 in the morning compared to before? Are your cravings less intense? Is your digestion more regular? Are you sleeping more soundly? These are the early indicators of real metabolic improvement, and they often precede visible changes on the scale or in the mirror by 1 to 2 weeks. Learning to recognize and celebrate these internal shifts keeps you motivated through the early phase when the external results are still building, and it builds the kind of body awareness that makes long-term healthy weight management not a constant struggle, but an intuitive, self-sustaining practice. As you move forward, remember that the goal is not perfection, it is progression. There will be mornings when you skip the ritual, days when your diet is less than ideal, weeks when your fitness routine gets disrupted by life. None of that erases the progress you have built, and none of it should trigger the cycle of guilt and abandonment that derails so many people on their journey to lose weight fast and keep it off. What matters is the identity you are building through consistent small actions, the identity of someone who takes care of their body not out of punishment or fear, but out of genuine respect for what their body is capable of when properly supported. That identity, reinforced every single morning through a simple glass of mineral-rich water, is the real engine behind every visible result you will achieve. The slimming, the fat burning, the reduced bloating, the boosted metabolism. These are the natural outcomes of a body that is finally getting what it needs. And it starts with something as humble, as ancient, and as quietly powerful as a pinch of pink salt dissolved in a glass of warm water every single morning. That is where your transformation begins.
There's a natural solution to speed up your metabolism, control cravings, and support your weight loss journey naturally and effectively. Click the link in the first pinned comment to start transforming your body. If you want to truly transform your body and learn how to lose belly fat healthily, don't stop here. In the next video, I'll share practical strategies and little-known secrets to boost your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Click now and discover how to take your weight loss to the next level.